welcome to a Sunday afternoon ASMR podcast with your host Josiah.
Hello. I am joined here by my co-host Gabe and our special guest for a second week in a row. I'm kidding. Our third co-host Seth.
Hi, it's me! I sure do love this ASMR we're doing!
I'm pretty sure like 5 people threw up.
How dare you
Like someone's,
reveal
about
to them
fall
our
asleep.
real voices?
Hey everyone out
turn
there
your
in the podcasting
phone off.
world.
You just turn on silent.
Let's just listen to some smooth jazz.
Some smooth.
Let's just get over here and relax. Let's just take a chill time.
Okay. Whoa. You guys are drinking of the blood before we pray?
Yeah.
My
What are you
bad.
doing?
I'm thirsty.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
at
pray
least you
because I'm
didn't spill
thirsty.
it on the floor. Maggie. No, I'm kidding.
What?
But did Maggie spill her?
Oh, yeah, you guys couldn't see because it was on the other side of the pulpit. But she
Oh, that's what
spilled
happened?
her- Yeah, she
Okay,
spilled
I knew
her
something happened. I can't see it.
communion. Yeah, that was.
I thought you were talking about Josh spilling John's coffee.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
It was pretty funny.
Was that
All right,
this-
think.
Was that today?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna.
Okay, everyone grab
Let's-
a Dorito. Here.
I'm on the other side of the room, so they have to pass it to me because I'm locked in with the mic.
These are nacho cheese Doritos, FIFA World Cup edition,
Yep.
which means nothing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Father, for the FIFA World Cup, that we may have nacho Doritos as your body. And thank you for this podcast. And thank you for the service today. It was so
Yes,
good.
Lord.
It was a
Mhm.
good service today. And thank you for your blood. Amen.
Hallelujah. Amen.
Seth, are you gonna be scanning?
Eat your bread, bruh.
I will. But Seth, you're gonna have to scan the bag code to see if you like earn a ticket to see the FIFA World Cup.
I'll do it. Bring it to me. All right, guys. We're going to see if I won.
This was
If I actually
Logan's
do
idea.
win, if we do win, I would give it to the Steins because they actually like soccer.
Yeah, that's true. The one time we actually ever win anything.
Dude, nacho cheese Doritos and Mountain Dew absolutely slap. This stuff is bussin'. It's some good stuff.
Yeah.
It just took me to this.
Oh, it's lame.
Yeah, I don't think I won anything.
You probably have to like sign up and do other garbage. Because then you could just scan all the bags at the store.
Or do I have to wait till
Yes.
20? Because there's a countdown.
Yeah. Maybe.
I don't know, man.
That's lame.
That's a letdown. But I'm okay with it. Because now I have a bag of Doritos.
Gosh dang it. So we have nothing to talk about, but that's kind of the point.
Yeah, I just want to say, I haven't had Mountain Dew forever, and this is actually really good. I'm enjoying
it's good
this.
Mountain Dew. Yeah.
Mountain Dew and Doritos do slap.
There is apparently okay. One time, my mother said to me, but she refuses that she actually did this or said it. She said to me that when she was pregnant or just younger, she would eat Doritos and Mountain Dew, or drink Mountain Dew and eat Doritos.
That's not true. She didn't do that.
Yeah, but then she said, like, she would eat them separately, but not together, and also not when she was pregnant. I'm like, then why did you tell me that? But also, if maybe she's just not remembering and she did, or maybe she just drank a lot of Mountain Dew and ate a lot of Doritos when she was younger, that totally explains why like almost all of her children are gamers.
We have the gamer inside of us.
We have gamer in our veins.
Gamers are primarily Doritos, Mountain Dew, and Sass.
Okay,
I
we
don't
probably
know
shouldn't
Sass more than
actually
just
eat that
anger.
much.
But dude, Doritos are so good.
I know, but this is gonna just be a munching podcast, and that's not gonna be good.
ASMR.
A stammer. No. So
So this is directly the next day after the last podcast. So those of you wondering when these come out, and like when we record them, the last one you just heard before this one was recorded yesterday, which was actually 2 weeks ago.
So we're recording this on October 16th. The last one we recorded yesterday. So that one came out Monday the 17th. And then this one's not going to come out to the next week. So we can get a week ahead again, because we scrapped a podcast and then we weren't a week ahead anymore. So we got to get back up to a week ahead.
We have to like make extra podcast episodes just in case if we do it.
So, there's big news next Saturday. I mean Sunday.
Oh,
Big news.
Big
big
news.
news.
It's Katie and I's first anniversary.
Oh my gosh, what? No one cares. Shut up.
Okay. Oh.
Well,
Actually, you know what? Happy birthday to Mason. It's Mason's birthday. Sometimes like the 20th or something, 21st. Happy birthday, Mason.
The only important birthday of October. There's no
Hey,
other birthday in October that's worth anything.
How could you do that to Jake?
I'm sorry, Jake. I love you.
Or Trisha? Or me? Yeah, I know you
Sorry,
don't care
Jake.
about either of us.
This is a great way to start off a podcast.
Yeah. Let's talk about how you hate the family, Seth.
So it all started when I was born. And I was birthed out. And immediately every single one of my siblings looked at me and said, "Dear God, why is there another one?" And ever since then, I've been holding a grudge.
It's not very Christ-like about of you.
I was trying to burp. There
well
we go.
then.
There it is.
Was that Christ-like?
Probably.
Did Jesus burp?
Of course
I
he did.
assume so.
Did he
I think
fart?
he ever burped like. Are you 4?
Did Jesus go poop?
Pastor Josh, did Jesus ever fart?
Yeah, is that your question for this
That's
week?
like, yeah, Josh. Did Jesus ever fart? Did he have bodily functions, or was he like Kim Jong Un, and he has no reason to do that?
Yeah, he just uses all of his energy. He doesn't need to.
I don't think we asked Josh any questions last podcast.
We did not.
No, because we didn't know who was gonna like teach, or like, yeah.
Who was gonna preach?
So, anyway, my question for Josh is, will you buy one of our blankets? It's $135.
It's from Ecuador,
Please.
made by slave children. Every time you buy
no.
one,
A
Here's the-
sweet
no,
old
no, no,
lady.
who was a slave child at one point, and every time you buy a blanket, that helps pave the way for her to not be a
We
slave child
can't
anymore.
claim that because we don't know if that's true.
We can claim whatever we want. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Have
Maybe
you
it doesn't
seen
matter to you,
Big
but it
companies, they
matters
can
to
say
me.
whatever.
You're not
Chances
even
are-
a part of this company.
Not yet. I'm gonna buy you out like Zuckerberg.
You know,
I
I'm
don't
fine
know,
with that 'cause
no.
that means we make money.
Gabe, I can't hear you.
Hi.
Just move it closer to you.
Is my microphone too quiet or
I don't know. I think it might be my headphones.
Now you're pretty quiet.
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta screech into your.
So everybody.
Thank you.
For those of you listening, I'm sorry.
This podcast has been so nonsensical for the past 11 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's because we don't really have anything to talk about. But
Don't you
I
mean the
guess-
last 12
That's how you burp,
episodes?
Seth.
Thank you.
hold on, I need to come up with a question for Josh. Hey Josh.
I'm so sorry for those of you listening. You
Yeah.
probably hate us all right now.
Yeah. Is it a sin to have
Ting
color
tang,
changing
wada, bing,
lights?
To have colored lights?
Yeah, color changing lights. Because like I can go, "Hey Alexa, change the light to red." And then it's like demonic in here.
Dude, it's like we're in the
Yeah.
nether.
Exactly. I feel like I'm in hell right now. This is not holy. Alexa, make the light green. Oh, there we go. That's better.
Or back in nature. Dude, the green light makes Doritos look so unappetizing.
Makes the Mountain Dew look even more mountainy.
It really does.
Mm-hmm.
Makes the Mountain Dew, like, I don't know, look normal and not very much angry. Would you say that the art on Mountain Dew cans look almost angry? Or just
I don't know
aggressive?
about angry, but like,
Cool.
yeah.
I think it's at
aggressive.
least aggressive.
You know what I like about this green light? It gets me one step closer to being the Hulk. I've already got the anger management problems. I got the muscles.
No.
And
okay.
I have...
He almost never wears a shirt.
I almost never wear a shirt. And I have a love interest, aka my wife. Those are the things a superhero needs.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Well, I have a whale coaster, so
Coated in beeswax. Yeah, I made coasters at work Friday. One is a whale and one is a pelican, and it's covered in beeswax, which sounds terrible, but it's like it's seeped into the leather, so it's like in the pores, so it's like it's good.
yeah. And then I broke the
top grain.
top grain of the leather on mine.
Alexa, change the lights to purple.
Heck yeah.
I actually really
Ooh.
like purple.
Yeah, this is nice.
Oh, now the Mountain Dew can like stands out like significantly.
Yeah, now
Yes,
it's
it's
like
very
really
good.
green.
And now the blankets that are being sold look extra buyable. Please buy one.
Please buy one. Link
Just
in the
email
description.
us. Do we have any emails?
No, but hey guys, please email us. Please, like,
Just email us
there's
anything.
no-
If you want to be
and-
on the podcast, email us. Just anything, man.
Yeah, it's unusable podcast or unusable questions at gmail.com. There's a you can find it in the description of each podcast. If you can't find the description on Apple Podcasts, then you can also look on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I should be in
anything
charge
else?
of the Twitter because I'll just like.
Dude, you have access to all of the passwords. You just gotta ask.
Yeah, I'll be in control of Twitter and just keep saying terrible things until I
Okay.
start trending, and then people start listening to us. Did I ever tell you guys that I got blocked by Felicia Day?
Who's Felicia Day?
You don't know who Felicia Day is?
Not even.
No, you're probably
remotely.
too young. She was a big nerd lady back when I was younger, and she tweeted something really stupid. So I
Hold on, let me look her up.
replied with something stupid, and then
That
she
doesn't
blocked
answer
me.
the question on who Felicia Day is.
She's a nerd person.
That doesn't
Yeah.
mean anything.
Yeah, because she thinks she's more famous than she is.
Oh, that lady.
Yeah, Felicia Day. I had a huge crush on her. 'cause
She's
What
an
does she
actress.
do? She's an actress. Okay, Seth, that's you just called her a nerd person.
She claims to be an actress, but she's just a nerd person.
What does she do though? Like what?
YouTube.
Okay,
She was on Geek and Sundry.
okay.
So she
any
had, like,
any
new
movies
nerd-
that are recognizable?
No, she's not in movies. She's not an actress.
Yes, she is.
Okay, she's been on like a YouTube series.
Okay, she's been on Red Werewolf Hunter, Polka Lives, sorry. Bring It On Again, Stuck,
Pirate Fever.
Pirate Fever, Lust for Love,
Oof.
Warm Springs, Werewolves. So she's in 2 werewolf movies.
Lust for
Um,
Love sounds like the worst.
We
movie
Love
title
You,
ever.
Sally. Several of these movies don't even have like Wikipedia articles.
Yeah, I told you she's not an actress.
So it's like
God's Waiting List. How to Video Game. I assume that's what that
you know what?
says.
I want to
Yeah,
watch
she's-
at least a few of these movies just so it's like okay, I've watched them, so I know who you are.
Backside.
But I've also
Slide.
never heard of any of these.
Just look up Geek and Sundry. She's like their news person on there. They just do a bunch
Okay.
of Nerdist? Nerdist news.
I've seen her
No,
before.
no, you don't know
a
Nerdist.
little bit.
But yeah, she
She
just
does like
does nerd
cosplay stuff.
Yeah, she does cosplay stuff sometimes. But yeah, she blocked me on
You had a
So
crush
she's
on
like
her?
so she's like a rejected Lord of the Rings elf.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quite literally.
So yeah, she blocked me on Twitter because she said something stupid, so I said something stupid back to her.
How
did you
petty
think?
do you have to be to get for
but-
you
no.
to be blocked
Here's the thing.
by her?
She blocked me and then made a tweet about me.
Okay. Tell us about that.
Wow.
That's the interesting part.
She was like, "We don't have time for these racist, misogynist, blah 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 blah, Nazi, horrible people."
What did you say?
I said I disagreed that Trump is a Nazi.
Of course he's not a Nazi. You know how many people were put in concentration camps under him? Like no one.
Well, I think what I said
Now people
specifically
are under
was
concentration camps under Obama. Many.
I think I said something along the lines of like Trump is as much a Nazi as you are good of an actress.
Oh.
That's probably fair. Like Trump didn't get everything right. No one will. No leader will ever get things completely right. They're always gonna make mistakes. Some more
Yeah,
than
but he's
others.
not a Nazi.
But calling Trump a Nazi is really
This is
just offensive to
foolish.
Nazis. It's less offensive to him. It's more offensive to
Oh.
Nazis.
Shake burn. Yeah, take that, Nazis. Get better marketing.
just-
People think, oh,
Because at least Nazis knew how to dress.
What?
Gabe is a Nazi.
I don't dress like a Nazi. I can't dress. They
Look,
just.
everyone in the fashion department, you're a Nazi because you dress well.
Oh no, not like that. But I mean, like the Nazis had a very
Yeah, I know.
particular
I know.
style
I know. I
that Italy also
Just let
tried
me
to
say
like,
weird,
do.
dumb stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mountain Dew is tasty.
Someone's gonna like listen to like a small bit of this podcast and be like, "Listen, they're eating Doritos, they're drinking Mountain Dew, they're talking about Nazis. This is a white supremacist podcast."
Hear that?
White
We're
suprem-
we're the next level of
Oh my gosh.
incel white supremacist thought
Seth,
leaders.
You have black friends, right? You have black friends?
Not just black friends from Africa. They're from Uganda.
Okay. Can you call a black person?
Right now?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
It'd be funny if
If
you're
Kylie
like,
was
"Hey,"
here, I'd tell her to.
it's like, "Hey, would you call me a Nazi?" They're like, "Yes."
Yes, no. Seth is the biggest Nazi I know. He's so much of a Nazi that whenever I see him, I say, "Oh my god, I can't believe how much of a Nazi you are."
Would you say Seth is a Nazi? What's a Nazi? A very nice person.
No, they
That's
don't
probably-
No,
know
he's
that.
not a Nazi at all.
No,
Dude,
but
so did I tell you
uh,
guys their thoughts about cultural appropriation? They have thoughts about cultural
Oh,
appropriation.
no, but do tell.
So I was talking to Monica, I believe. Monica's cool. And she was like, wait, people in America don't like it when you dress up like other people from other countries? I would love it if people dressed up like how we dress up. If you
Really?
wanted to honor our culture
Yeah.
like that and wear what we
I
wear,
saw
that'd be
a-
amazing.
I saw a TikTok of this guy who's wearing what, stupid college kids would say, very racist Mexican costume.
the Prinker
And it's going around to like those
Is it
college
pretty
students and
video?
going, would you say my outfit is offensive? And also, none of these people were like Hispanic. And they're like,
Yes.
yes, very offensive. I can't believe you're so racist. All this stuff. And then he went to,
Like
I
tiny
don't know, like
Mexico.
little Mexico, some part of a city where there's a lot of Mexicans and Hispanics. And he was like, he was asking just random people. He was like, do you find my outfit offensive? And they went, no, not at all. This is awesome. This is hilarious.
I love the sweet old ladies. They're like, you look so handsome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it had like a fake mustache and everything. It was like offensive, quote unquote offensive.
I have
So-
like two things to mention because you triggered one of them, and then the other one I was thinking about is like, so with
proceed
this whole like,
caution.
with this whole like cultural appropriation thing, like, oh, you're dressing from like people from other countries, that's racist. First of all, that's crazy. That's crazy talk. Second, so in Ecuador and other South American countries, ponchos are like more of a traditional thing that they wear because it's like, think about it like our hoodie, I guess. That may not be a great translation, but it's like kind of like their.
I'd say it's
our
pretty
hoodies.
close, but I don't know.
Here's the thing. I've been wanting to like find a poncho that fit me and would look nice. And granted, I haven't been like looking that hard. But for years I've been like, yeah, it'd be cool if I could pull that off. And I think maybe either this year or beginning of next I might buy a poncho cuz
I might buy a poncho too, just to like put one of those hoodie ponchos.
you know
I
what will
don't get
happen.
cold.
in a pocket.
What I like about ponchos over hoodies is that they're not attached on the sides, so you have like more ventilation. It'll
Yeah.
still keep you warm, but it's more of like a not really a cape, but kind of like that kind of thing.
Like overcoat type.
Yeah, it
cloak.
just looks very comfortable. It is very comfortable, and they're pretty.
And they make ones that have a hood and a front pocket, just like a hoodie. And
Mhm.
I want one, and they look sick, dude.
They do look sick.
They make them so they look like a rogue
Mhm. It looks like something that
hoodie thing cloak.
would be used in
Like-
Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, like Jedi Fallen Order, Star Wars.
Here's the thing: when you want one, let me know, and I'll just place an order and I'll get mine as well at the same time, so you don't have to like. Make two
I'll
different payments.
probably decide this winter. If it's really cold, I'll probably get one.
Sweet.
How much are they?
Like 100.
Depends on which one you get. Some of them are 100. Some of them are like in the $70 range. Depends.
Yeah, but you have to like get them actually shipped, imported.
Yeah,
So-
they're being imported from Ecuador.
I
But
currently
here's the
don't
thing.
have a jacket, so that's a problem. I just have a lot of hoodies.
Well,
Yeah.
the next thing was I was gonna mention something about Seth's embarrassing past.
Which one?
About how like you wore a fake mustache to church when you're younger.
Oh, I did that all the time. Yeah, this is not embarrassing.
Oh, you're not embarrassed by
No.
it? Oh, that's good.
I'll tell a great story
Everyone
about
else
that.
was.
Yeah, I don't care. So I have a great story about that. So I'd wear these fake mustaches to church when I was like a little kid, because I thought I was trying to be.
Little kid, you were like 14.
No, I was younger than 14.
Wait, where was this?
This is at TLC.
Okay.
So this was between the ages of like
I guess you could have been like 12.
10 and
10,
14.
No.
I just did it for
Yeah.
like a year or two. I didn't do it that long. But I wear these fake mustaches, and one week I go in. I'm wearing a mustache. It's kind of a smaller one. kind of a
Kind of a Hitler
Small
stash.
one. But
A
it wasn't
Himmler
quite
stash.
Hitler. It did go all the way up to the corners of my lips.
See,
But
it's like
it
kind of the
was-
stash that I had
Yeah, but it was
for a little bit.
a bit Hitlery. And so I go to church, and one of the guys, I can't remember his name, is Jessica's dad. Do you remember Jessica's dad?
Yeah, was that the associate pastor? Or am
I don't know if he was the associate pastor. Anyway, he goes there, so I walk in, and he looks at me, salutes at me, and puts his hand out and says, "Hail, Führer!" And his wife goes, "Jim, no!"
It's hilarious in church. I'm sure he did that in church.
Oh yeah, it was
Oh,
in
yeah,
church.
yeah.
It was
In
so funny. It was right in the middle of worship practice too.
You could just like feel the Holy Spirit just facepalm right there. It's just like
It was so good. It was the funniest thing ever.
That's really funny because if you met the guy, he's like not. You would not expect that from him.
No,
At all.
I mean, he is funny, but he's a very serious guy. He's really cool.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. But I got another story about the mustaches. If you'd like to hear another one.
Hold on, before you say
Yes,
that, I
please.
want to say for a little bit, while I was growing out my mustache, I accidentally shaved like the corners off because I was like going side and I accidentally just like.
Oops.
So it just stopped at like where my mouth ended. It didn't go like around my mouth at all. And so for like 3 weeks, my coworkers would call me a Nazi. They're like, "Okay, Hitler." I was like, I'm just telling you, this pizza needs to be cut.
You know what'd be funny? Is for like Halloween, you have that like short mustache.
Oh, dude,
but
I
you dress
literally
as Charlie
could.
Chaplin, and so people are like calling you Hitler. You're like, no, Chaplin. What are you
Wait,
talking
Charlie
about?
Chaplin.
That's what I should do for the fall party.
Yeah.
Charlie Chaplin.
You know what's funny?
Yes.
Charlie Chaplin tried so hard to like not let his mustache be associated with Hitler. Tried so hard and just utterly failed.
Yeah.
Well, like it's not his fault. It's just
Yeah, I'm not saying it's his fault, but
yeah,
it's
it's like
just like
Adolf.
we just decided.
Well, no, it wasn't that. It was Adolf Hitler. He liked the mustache. He liked Chaplin. He really liked his acting.
Well, yeah,
And
yeah.
so I feel like that's the reason why Hitler kept that kind of mustache. So
yeah, but then Chaplin was like, "No, don't associate with me with that man." I don't know what accent Chaplin had, but I imagine he was Italian.
Where is Charlie Chaplin? Hold on.
I think
He's born
Charlie
in like South
Chaplin
Carolina.
Where was Charlie Chaplin from?
I'm pretty sure he was like from South Carolina or something like that.
Yep.
South Carolina?
Spoko, South Carolina.
I knew it.
Seth gets brownie points.
Wait.
Oh no.
Charlie Chaplin. Born. Oh, London, England.
He's born in England,
Yeah, he's.
Yeah,
but
that's what I
he
thought.
was raised in South Carolina.
Interesting.
I don't think.
Where was
so.
South Carolina?
Maybe that's where his career picked up.
I think it's just another guy named Charlie Chaplin. I think that's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's. There's Adolf Hitler. There he is.
Cool. Would you
He
like to
made
hear?
a film called The
Yes.
Great Dictator, 1940.
Yes.
Yeah,
which
Charlie Chaplin made fun of
satirized
Adolf Hitler.
Adolf Hitler. Huh.
Hitler
him
actually
making fun
liked
of
that
Hitler.
film.
Whoa, Charlie Chaplin was accused of communist sympathies.
Yes.
Why?
Because in the 50s and such, everyone was being accused of being a communist. Like, it was
so it's basically like how our
And there also just were a lot of people who were communists because they thought it could still work because the USSR didn't fail yet.
so basically it's the same as how our society is right now. They're doing the
Yeah,
same
but
thing.
well,
like,
But no,
Except
it is
for-
like people are going on like criminal trial for simply being accused of having any relation with communism.
Capitalism
Oh.
really popped off today, ladies.
It
well,
was a
anyways,
disaster.
maybe we should get off the topic of Hitler because
Yeah, let me tell you another story about my mustache. This one
Okay,
is way
yeah.
happier. All right, so this is on the way to church. I'm wearing one of the big goofy mustaches.
Nice.
And I'm looking out the window. We're going down the highway, and this car. He did something goofy on the road and kind of frustrated my dad, so my dad went around him. And I kind of looked over at him, and I'm a 10-year-old kid with this big goofy mustache on, and this man is cramming a whole cupcake in his mouth.
I
Like, just going,
remember that.
and he looks over as he's cramming it in, and he's got his eyes like wide, and he's like, "Ugh." But then he's like kind of laughing because I look ridiculous. And I'm laughing at him because he looks ridiculous. And then we both kind of went like, "Whoa, we both look ridiculous."
Yeah, I saw him cramming his mouth full of that cupcake too.
It was funny.
Is that what? Did we have the Yukon back then?
Yes.
Wait, no,
the
there's
Yukon was
also
the best.
because you share that similar experience. You also share an experience in different situations of coworkers having to be corrected of their conduct.
What are you
Eating-
talking about? What?
Eating food out of the trash.
What?
Have you ever had to tell a coworker to not eat
Oh.
food out of the trash?
Well, I had to tell my coworker to not put a so he had a bloody nose, and he put a tampon in his nose.
That's
Put a
it,
tampon in his nose?
Yeah, and it like filled up, and he took it out, and his nose started bleeding again,
Yeah.
and he threw it in the trash, and then he grabbed it and was about to put it back in his nose, and I'm like, don't do that. That's an open wound. You almost just shoved a bunch of germs back into. You're gonna get infected.
But he didn't eat anything out of the trash?
Okay, apparently not. That's what I thought. I thought you
Is
told
that-
me
I
a
feel like
story, though.
someone has at least joked about. I mean, I took a drink out of someone else's cup because I thought it was mine, but it wasn't
Yeah,
like
that's not
a
too bad.
coworker's cup. It was a customer's cup.
Oof.
Luckily, it was a styrofoam cup, so it was like most likely given to a kid. So it's like, whatever.
Yeah,
Likely
kids
they
are
don't
having
have
AIDS.
STDs or AIDS.
Yeah,
So
I didn't care that much.
I was a manager at Arby's for about a year. And one time I came around the corner. So we had to throw away the leftover turnovers from the day before. Because after staying there for a day, they were no good. And
Annoying.
sometimes I'd give them to the coworkers. And sometimes I wouldn't. It really depended on both my mood and who I'm working with.
You don't deserve one.
But so I didn't ask anyone if they wanted them. I just took them and threw them away because that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm not even supposed to give it to the coworkers, but I was nice, so I did sometimes. But so I throw it away. I go back. I'm doing my work, and then I hear rustling, like someone rustling in a garbage can. So I go around the corner and I see one of my coworkers, Andy.
I'm cutting out his last name. Shut up.
Beep. We interrupt this podcast to announce that buy Raycons.
Raycon sponsor us.
Raycon
We used your
sponsor us.
headphones. I
Oh
need
yeah,
a pair.
Raycon, buy our blankets.
Raycon, I would really.
We'll trade you alpaca wool blankets for headphones.
Raycon, I just want some new headphones.
Yes,
I
sir.
dropped mine in the creek, and they still work perfectly fine. They work great. I love my Raycons. They survived being dropped in the creek recently, but I do need some new ones because these ones are getting pretty old. I've had them for several years now, but I love them. Anyway, I go around the corner and I see this man taking an apple turnover out of the trash and eating it over the trash can. I go, hey! Put that back! Why are you eating out of the trash can? And he's like, what? I'm not supposed to do this? And I was like, did you think you were supposed to eat the food out of the trash can? He's like, well, it was there. Like, it was
If the
it was in the
boot
trash.
fits.
It was in the trash. I had to tell, okay, so I got crazy old man Mike stories and also
Yes.
crazy
Which you-
Andy stories.
You have not told the crazy old man Mike story.
In a while, I'll tell you
since,
one.
Like episode 1.
Let me think. What's a good one? See, it's been so many years
So we started with
with the first story.
the first story
Yes.
where he threatened to slit your throat.
I could tell you the story. Oh, the first time we got the delivery truck of food and had to organize the freezer. And he kept telling me about how he used to do weed back in the day and how he would grow giant weed. Like, he's like, I'd grow weed that was like taller than you, son. It was so big you'd be going through the jungle of the weed. And it's like, oh, you get high just smelling it. I was like,
I
I
don't know
don't
about
think
that.
that's how that works, but okay.
Not how
And
that
he would talk
works.
about how he would just like cut it down right there and roll it up and start smoking it right there. And I thought you were supposed to dry it, but I don't know things.
Pretty sure you have to dry it or something.
But yeah, so he was like, I just cut off some leaves and buds and stuff, and I just start smoking that good stuff. Or it's best when it's fresh off the plant. I'm like, I don't know, man. You can do whatever. But yeah, he's pretty into drugs.
He's pretty into drugs.
There really isn't too many. There's not a lot of big stories with him. It's just a lot of little weird things he did all
But,
the
like,
time.
there's that one moment where like his like girlfriend was passed out on the floor for like months.
Oh yeah, and he just didn't do anything about it. And then he finally was like, I guess I should call the paramedics after like a month. And then yeah, it's like, she's been dead for like a month. He was like, darn.
I don't remember being told that part.
Yeah, she was dead.
Oh my gosh! So he just had this dead girl on his like living room floor for like a month.
Yes. I totally forgot about that. Thank you for
How do
reminding
you
me.
not smell it?
He's crazy, man.
Oh my gosh!
And yeah, he didn't do it. Like, he didn't murder her or anything. So
She
They-
just OD'd.
yeah, she OD'd and just died. Oh, this guy he was possibly a pedophile. Cuz he'd always all the time he would be like,
Oh, look at that girl. Look at those legs. I love those legs. I just want to get in it.
and that's how he talked. And I'm like, she looks like she's like 8. What are you talking about?
He's like, yeah, she's not 8. She doesn't look any young. She's at least 16.
I was like, that's still too young.
He's like, nobody
you're
cares
50.
anymore.
I'm like, I think they do. I think people still care about that.
People
Pretty sure
should
people still
care,
care.
but you'd be surprised by how many people don't.
I was like, sweet goodness. Should I go ahead and just tell the last story of Old Man Mag, the ending, the arrest?
You know what? We
No.
can save that for the last one. That should be saved for the last one.
The last podcast ever?
No, not for the last podcast. It should be saved for like next week because right now we have our listeners in suspense.
Yeah.
So let's keep that going.
Oh my gosh. This is episode 10.
How long have we been going
This is episode 10.
for this episode? How long have we been recording?
Only 40 minutes.
Cool. We're almost
Oh,
done, guys. We're almost through it all. We got here together.
No, honestly,
can
you
get
want
through
to go
the-
for like 2 hours?
Why are we going 2 hours?
I don't know. We got time.
What time is it? It's 2:22.
I could always get us some more Mountain Dew.
It's true. I pretty much the craziest person at my work, my employment is me. But second to me, no, I'm not the craziest. The craziest is Diego. Love you, Diego. You're great. But also yesterday he pulls up in his Jeep and he parks, and I look at his Jeep and he's got a flag hanging from the back of his Jeep, and I'm like, what kind of flag is that? And I'm looking at it and it's like a breast cancer awareness flag.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And if there's any little children listening to this, stop for like 2 minutes.
Maybe you should just
skip.
not say it then.
No, it's fine. I'll censor it a little
It's
bit.
not a
was
bad
like,
thing. It's just kids don't need to be listened to.
Yeah.
Children.
So I was like, Diego, why do you have like a breast cancer awareness flag on your Jeep? And he's like, I support boobs. And I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I'm a real big supporter of boobs.
So you'd say that
It's
he's
like, okay then.
you'd say that he's a bra.
Yes.
Bruh.
Bruh.
You should just call him Bob's. He's a big supporter of Bob's.
Big supporter of Bob's.
I'm a big supporter of Bobby.
I am a big
Shout-
supporter of Bobby.
Shout out to Bobby. Even though
Shout
I'm
out
not
to Bobby.
invited to your guys' Branson
No.
party.
You're married.
Are you going,
And you're
Gabe?
gross. No.
No.
Okay, good. That makes me feel better, honestly.
It's a it's a youth guys thing for my birthday. Which, by the way, my birthday is Wednesday. I don't know if you care.
This Wednesday?
Not Wednesday, next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday? Am I invited to the birthday party?
We're not having a party. You might be invited for dinner. I think we're going to an escape room. You're not invited to that.
Going to a escape room.
Yeah.
I'm not invited to the escape room.
No, because last time I went to an escape room with you, you took over everything and didn't let me solve any of the problems.
I literally pushed you out of the ways. I could do it.
I was so mad at you. I was so mad. You were just like, no.
Yeah.
It's like, what? And then after you did that, I turned around and looked at the camera and just went, what?
I was there for that.
Just
I
in
I can vouch
frustration.
you did do that.
Because I knew that girl we were like the only person in that complex.
Yeah, the only people in that.
And so I look at the camera in frustration, knowing that that girl's watching, just going like, what?
Was this
I
the
just-
South Carolina trip?
Yeah, the South Carolina.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
I
So
got
was
great
there.
enjoyment out of just pushing out of the way of every single puzzle, and then still I didn't solve anything.
Dude, there was an entire room I didn't even see
You could
until you solved all of the problems.
Well, there was one room that Chris was like, "Hey, just Gabe and Seth go in there and find everything that could be useful." That's just like
and then
immediately obvious.
somehow Eli's the one who ended up in there.
No. So me and Gabe were checking stuff out. I went behind the door, and then Eli starts walking in, and he like slowly creaks open the door and goes, "Hello."
What?
You did do that.
And it sent shivers down my spine. And I was like, for whatever reason,
You screamed the F bomb. Like in front of
in
everyone.
my head, I imagined there was, because I heard some of the escape rooms will have actors in them. In my head, I was like, there's some kind of weirdo murder witch person actor who's gonna walk in here and just be like weird for a while, and I'm not about it. And I turn around, and there's this short nephew just sitting there, and it's so terrifying that I shrieked the F word.
That wasn't the only time you shrieked the F word that trip. It was also that time you got startled while you were sleeping.
Also, I was sleeping in a hotel next to my brother Ethan,
Mm-hmm.
and his foot touched my foot, and it scared the living.
By the way, this
Spirit
was
out of me.
also in the same room as Kylie and our parents.
Our entire family was crammed into this hotel
except for
room.
me. I was
Except for you.
not.
I don't know how that worked out, but whatever. But yeah, and no, this was not. No, that was at.
That was Alabama.
Yeah, that was Alabama. This is
That's
a
right.
different trip.
Different
This is a
trip.
whole different trip. So I guess every time we go to the beach, I just have to scream the F word in front of everyone.
It's a tradition.
So next time we go there, we'll just get to the beach and I'll just be like, F yeah.
Seth
The
just has to
beach.
get it out of his system. Just once.
Yep. But yeah, Ethan touched my foot with his foot, and for a minute I forgot that I was in a bed with another person, so it just freaked me out. I just shot up out of the bed and went, "Oh!" And then I just pretended to go back to sleep and pretend like it didn't happen. I was like,
And then mom in the morning was like, "Who swore?"
"Was me?"
And Ethan was like, "Seth."
Yeah. And apparently also that same trip, I was snoring so loud that mom came around and slapped my chest as hard as she could to try and get me to stop. I have no recollection of that. I didn't know that happened, but I was snoring so loud that she just went, smack!
You do snore like
He was like,
really
I
loud.
don't snore that loud when I'm in my own bed, in my own home.
That's not true.
It is true, because Katie said I used to snore, but I don't snore anymore.
Oh, maybe you just don't snore anymore.
either
Maybe.
that or she just got so used to it now that's just white noise for her.
Nah. She recalls. Oh, a couple nights ago, I accidentally smacked her in the face in my sleep.
That
Well, not really in my
happens.
sleep. More like I was. Oh, I didn't smack her. I elbowed her in the face because I was like, I was on my side and I tried to go to my other side and just bam, just elbow to the forehead. And I was like, oh no! And I was like, she wasn't moving. I was like, did I kill her? I was like, did I knock her out? So I kind of was like, Katie, you okay? She's like, I'm fine. And then went back to sleep, and I was like, cool. And then in the morning, I was like, did you know I elbowed you in the forehead? She was like, nope. I was like, good.
Interesting. Good
Wow.
to know.
So, what about your guys' wives? Josiah, what about your wife? Do you ever elbow her in the face? All right, you don't have one.
We don't have to talk about my situation.
no
No,
more depression on the podcast.
No depression.
This is good
I'm not
vibes
depressed
only.
about it. I'm just, not
How's
happy
this good
about what happened.
vibes? I just made fun of you for your lacking of female companionship.
Yeah, but it was funny.
it was
If you made
funny.
fun of his, then it'd be sad.
That's why
But
I did not
mine-
mention him. That's why at first it was an open question, and then I was like, Josiah, your wife.
You're like, Gabe, this is only a question for Josiah and his wife.
Look, my wife is just
That bag of Doritos.
currently. Yeah.
That bag of Doritos has been with both me and Gabe, though.
Yeah, but at least it's not a horse.
It's not a horse.
It's not a stick horse.
It's not a stick. Or a stuffed turkey.
Yeah, stuffed turkey.
Remember the stuffed turkey?
I don't remember the stuffed turkey.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Wives. Okay.
Never remember my wives. I've
Okay,
had
we need-
many
we need to
wives as a
explain-
child.
When you explain
stick
the
horse?
turkey and the stick horse.
I don't think we do.
Okay, so basically, Seth will marry just about any inanimate object.
When I was but a child.
Okay. The turkey was like when you were like 5 or earlier, maybe. And the stick horse was when you were like 12.
14.
Yes, I continued the joke up until I was like 17. The stick horse
It's
joke.
so funny. It's
Every
like
time I go, so it was at your house,
Oh,
and every time we go over to his house, as kids, I'd always be like, "Oh, my wife."
stick horse what?
And then she got traded between Gabe's family and our sister, Trisha. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
They traded it back and forth. And back. Yeah. That was fun.
I don't remember that part.
Neither
But
do I.
I believe
Okay,
you.
whatever.
I just was agreeing to keep the conversation going.
Should I just call Trisha and be like, hey, you remember that? I don't think I have her number.
I don't either. We need to call someone, we could call someone. I could call Zachariah right now.
Dude, call Zach.
I call Zachariah.
I don't think I've ever called him Zach.
Zach. I've always called him Zachariah or
It's
Skips.
Zachariah.
Zachariah Stein.
Put it closer to the mic.
Hey,
Hello, sir.
what's up?
What's up?
Just calling you because we want to.
Because you want to?
Yeah, it'd be that way.
That's fair.
Also, you're on the podcast.
Let's go.
Hi, Zachariah.
Hello.
The podcast.
Can you hear Gabe and Josiah?
I can hear you. I can kind of hear Gabe.
Hi.
There's Gabe. Josiah, you're probably there too.
I am, in fact, here.
There's Josiah.
Nice. So yeah, we were like almost at the end of the podcast. We were like, we should call someone, and you won the lottery.
You didn't call Nathaniel?
No, because I don't know if I have his number yet. Because I got the new phone,
Surely.
and I'm
wait.
not-
So.
Oh, I do have his number.
Yup.
I would hope you do.
Yeah, I do have his number. Well, I try to get everyone's number, but it's been hard keeping track of whose number I have now and don't. Yeah,
That's fair.
I'll call him right
Hey,
after you. I
Zachariah,
guess.
do you have a question for our pastor?
Oh, what's his name? Josh, is that
Josh.
right?
Yeah, Josh.
Yup.
I'm like 1.5 episodes into y'all's podcast, so I'm still.
Thank you for your loyal listening.
A question for Josh. Let's see. Is he a superior Josh or is he a secondary Josh?
He's a superior Josh.
He's a superior Josh?
Yeah.
All right, Josh. What is your go-to meal at a Mexican restaurant that'll truly tell whether or not you're a superior Josh?
That's a
Ooh.
great question.
That's a really good question. That's probably the best question we've had on the podcast.
We gotta make sure he hears this one, Pastor Josh.
No.
I know what my brother Joshua's answer is.
Oh, what
So-
would he get?
He always just goes basic. He goes chicken and rice and cheese dipped on the side so he can pour it over himself.
Oh, I always
Yeah.
go for a nice chimichanga.
Chimichangas. Gotta get the big ones.
Yup.
Yeah, I gotta
Yeah.
go big.
Gotta go big. So unless it's a place I've been to before and I know it's good, then I'll try other things. But if it's like a new place, I don't know if anything is good. The chimichanga is always good.
Chimichanga is always the way to go. Either that or the street tacos.
Yeah.
Street tacos. That's what I go
Street
for.
tacos are almost always good.
Man, what is it? I think Mexican food. It's between Mexican food and Chinese food, and I guess maybe Italian. Like, what's the best ethnic food?
Chinese.
I guess as Americans, I'd say Mexican, because that's the majority of the South has Mexican food,
Yeah.
Yep.
It's true.
Mexican.
or the random Chinese shop.
Yeah. It's like it's gotta be either Mexican or Chinese. It's one of those two.
I prefer German food, but Mexican food is always good.
Have you had a lot of German food, Zechariah?
I'm not.
German food is killer. Like, have some schnitzel and some spatchel and some what's another? Yeah.
Did you just come up with something, or is that real?
It's not real.
Or like an apple almond custard tart.
It sounds so good.
Tartenheisen.
Some Nutella on it.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's properly called, but it's called like apple, some German word tart, but it's just a almond custard that's really, really good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can you tell Seth is hungry?
I'm actually not hungry at all right now. I
Sure.
had a nice lunch. Me and my wife got some lunch. It was good.
Zachariah, do you ever get annoyed with him talking about his wife?
No.
No? He's like,
Also coming from the person who's never met her and rarely gets to see Seth, so anytime I hear Seth talking, it's a blessing.
Right?
What-
Don't talk
what do
enough.
what?
See, somebody loves me.
I
It's
do love you,
impossible.
So I got Zechariah and I got Katie, the two people that love me.
Look, I think
Seth.
we
I bet
just
Jeremiah loved you too.
Oh, Jeremiah, all you Kentucky guys, you guys all love me because you're cool. Oh, you guys are gonna be there for Christmas, right? Or are you guys going to Canada?
We should be here. Either that or we joked about going to see my sister in Hawaii, but I don't think anybody wants to pay $1,000
Because
for a round trip.
there's a
Yep.
really good chance me and Katie are gonna go over to Sarah's house for Christmas, so we want to see you.
And we're gonna have
I'll do my
podcast
best to be
equipment.
here then.
Yeah. But it might be rough because me and Katie got to find a new house by the end of this month. So
Oh.
if money's like nuts, so then we may not be able
you
to
know
make
they're
it by
just gonna be like,
Christmas,
Seth, how about you moved to Kentucky?
so. Right, that's why I haven't told Jeremiah yet that we have to move because I know he'll be like, just move here.
Just move here. We know you
Yep.
want to.
But I'm a part of 2 different ministries here now. I can't go.
Yeah, you can't just
Fine.
leave the church's prayer
Well,
leaderless.
okay, yeah, so yeah, we are the prayer leaders at our church now, and then also with You Are Worthy Ministries, we're gonna be me and Katie are gonna be the first 2 mentors of their mentoring branch.
Ooh, that's fun.
Yeah,
How did you even convince Jennifer to let you
I
do
know
that?
a lot about psychology and mentorship.
Yeah, but
you're
I also have
the
to talk you out
pers-
of stabbing a truck.
Yes, I did almost stab a truck a couple weeks ago because a guy made
No,
me
it is
mad
like
at
a
coffee
couple
shop.
months ago. You were in a mood, and somebody like was being mean to you. So
And I almost stabbed his truck. I wanted to slash this
He
man's
was
tires.
inches
I was
away
so
from
close
this
to doing it.
man's
And Gabe was
truck.
like, "No, don't do it, please."
Seth is like, I can get away with it, and I'm like, I believe you, but what if you don't?
Nah, I totally would.
Anyway, good
That was a
talking to
wild
you,
day.
Zachariah.
Thank you, Zachariah.
Of course.
All right, we love you. Bye bye.
Love you too. Bye.
See you later.
So should we call Nathaniel now?
No. It has to be one call
No.
per person.
One-
I
one
would
call.
like to talk to Nathaniel,
One call
but
per podcast.
Okay,
we'll call him after the podcast. We got like 5 more minutes left.
Okay.
I could talk
Um,
about my new boots. if you
Yeah,
want.
tell us
Talk
about your
your
boots.
new boots.
Okay, so what I am wearing right now is a pair of Iron Rangers from Red Wing.
They're
I
very
like them
nice.
quite a bit. Yeah, they do look nice. So, I was looking at these like a week ago, and I'm like, the price is, they're expensive shoes made in America, made of leather. They're good. So I was looking at them, took some pictures of the pair I tried on there, and I was like, not this week, maybe next week, whenever I am more confident with where I am with my money. And so I went there yesterday with Seth, and I was like, yeah, I want to buy a pair of Iron Rangers in 11.5. No, why did I say 11? 9.5 double E, which is wide. And so they brought out the pair. They were the same pair that I took a picture of the week prior to, because it had the same what is it called? You know how like leather has characteristics to it?
Yeah, yeah.
So it had like
Got a
the
little
same
splotch.
it had the same splotch in the exact same spot, and I was like, oh, this is the same pair I tried on a week ago. And I bought it right there, and they're nice. It's just gonna take probably another 15 hours to break in, and they'll.
That's why you were wearing them last night.
Oh yeah, I'm wearing them.
It was
until they're
like-
broken in.
11 at night, and he was wearing them. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yup.
So, while you were buying those, he's on one side of the store, on the other side of the store, and I'm just on my phone, sitting down, waiting for him to buy stuff. And this guy came and was like, "Hey, can I help you get a shoe or something?" I said, "Oh no, I'm just his parole officer."
Yeah, that was the manager of the store.
You said that?
That's not the first time I've said that I'm someone's parole officer.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we should look up if it's a crime to impersonate a parole officer.
Okay, I'll look that up.
Well, I'm not actually impersonating one. People are just they just believe me. But I don't do anything with it. I just say, I'm just this person's parole officer.
Yeah, I don't think that's necessarily a crime. It's different
don't-
whenever you're like trying
see-
to use that to
Yeah,
get something.
I think it's only impersonating when you're trying to use that to do something.
Yeah. Because
That's how
at
the
that
law
point,
works.
it's just a very,
It's just a prank, bro.
yeah. I was gonna say it's a bad joke. That's like, I don't know.
I just spelled
It makes
parole.
me look bad, at least.
I just spelled parole.
Take a good guess, buddy.
P-A-R-O-L-L-E. Remember, I went to public school and they didn't teach me anything. So if that's wrong, that's why.
That is correct.
Hey.
Falsely impersonating a federal officer or employee of the United States is a federal crime punishable by a fine or up to 3 years of imprisonment.
I've never been to prison. Skylar, go ahead, arrest me. I dare you, Skylar. Skylar's my brother-in-law, and he's
I don't
he's
know
a
if that
police officer.
classifies as impersonating because like it's not like you showed him a badge or anything.
I just
Or
said
like
something.
tried to get in anywhere or something.
Yeah.
Or arrest someone.
Anyways, the person that would like decide to persecute you over that kind of joke, I feel like has some personal problems.
Probably.
It's like that's just that no, it doesn't make sense.
But yeah, I've done that joke multiple times with different people. I've been like, hey, we'll just tell people that I'm your parole officer.
Well, yeah, but you didn't give me a heads up warning about that.
No, I
one.
didn't. I just completely left you in the dark there.
If if I go back there and they like start saying, yeah, so what do you do time for? I'm like, what? What are you talking about?
Oh.
Well, no, you could be on parole and not have served time. Yeah.
Wait, yes, that's true. Because, well, I guess I shouldn't tell that story.
What?
Yeah, Seth. Don't talk about that one time when I was on parole. God.
No, I was going to talk about.
Okay. It was one bakery. Okay. That I burned
No,
down.
that was Holden.
Those children had it coming.
I said a bakery, not an orphanage.
No, you
Gosh.
baked the children to bread.
What? I was saying I burned down a bakery, bruh.
Full of children. But orphan children, so nobody cared about them.
Is an orphan bakery.
It's a big bruh moment.
So, okay. I just want to call out Josh for a second. Now it's the end of the podcast. He won't be
Okay, Josh.
listening, so he won't know about this part. So I'm going to call him out.
No one tell him.
Josh, a month ago, you said you would like to have me on your podcast. Where's my invitation to be on the podcast?
Dude, I don't even know how you're like on the prayer team. Prayer leaders.
And also going to be a mentor.
So like even you know how goofy that is. How did you pull this off? What black magic?
Well, I think it all
Blackmailing.
started when I started taking Allie out for Panda Express every Wednesday for like 3 years. And that adds up. So now they owe me.
I don't think that's how that works.
The original deal was I take her out for Panda Express. She marries me. That didn't work out. So now I get to be part of their mentorship program.
Hold on. So like, was she on board with that, or did she say no to that?
Let's
Like,
not get into
is-
that.
is
Let's
Panda
not-
Express
no,
just-
Gabe,
Nah,
shut, shut up.
No. We'd always joke about it, but no, she was
Okay,
not on
it's a
board.
joke. Okay, because
No.
I was just like,
No.
wait a minute.
I'd tease her about it though, so I'd be like, taking you out for dinner all the time, so you owe me. So then she started to buy Andes. So she was like,
Mm.
now it's even.
Nice.
And you guys got fat together.
Actually, we got thin together.
Yeah, well,
We were losing weight together. We were doing great.
it's malnutrition.
I don't think so.
Anyway.
Shout out to Allie, you're awesome.
Shout out to Allie. I haven't seen you in like 3 years. So
I keep meaning to call her to see how she's doing because she's
Wow.
on KC. But then I don't.
You think she's doing anything right? She's probably taking a nap or something, honestly.
Sure, let's call her. Let's see what she's
Okay,
doing.
call Allie.
Sorry, Nathaniel. We're calling Allie.
I sent some pocket knives to Nathaniel. He paid for them.
That's good.
Sold them for a good price and gave him a good deal.
Absolutely scammed the chump.
What? No. I gave him
Kidding.
really good stuff. I hope he likes it, and I want to have a report on how he likes them.
What kind of... so weird.
Sounds like an alien ship,
Yeah, it does.
or like a robotic cat.
We're beaming up Allie.
I hope she answers.
I have a feeling she's going to be like taking a nap. She's going to call you later and be like, I was taking a nap. What do you want?
She better pick up. Oh, come on, Allie. We'll just call her sister then. She doesn't
Yeah,
pick
we
up.
can call Katie. Yeah, we
Oh
can-
my gosh. Okay.
we can just call Katie and ask her about Allie.
Yeah. We'd be like, hey, do you know how your sister's doing?
No.
This is a stupid bit. Maybe we shouldn't do this.
I'm enjoying the bit so far.
Why is that ringtone different?
It's a long story. Hey, what's up?
What's up?
You're on the podcast.
I'm on the what?
You're on a podcast. So watch
does
what you
that mean?
say. It means watch what you say.
Why would she have to worry about what she says? She's
so-
cleaner than you are half the time.
So, me, Gabe, and Josiah are doing the podcast, and we tried calling Allie, but she didn't answer, so we decided to call you.
She's driving.
She's driving.
Mhm.
Oh, from where to where?
From a potential house to a potential house.
Cool.
Yeah, kinda.
Oh.
Kinda?
Anyway, so
sh-
how's she doing?
how's she doing?
Well, we haven't driven off the road yet. We're doing okay on that one.
What?
Can you say that one more time?
We haven't driven off the road yet, so she's doing all right.
Wait, are you in the car with her right now?
Uh-huh.
Allie!
But she cannot hear you.
Why can't she not hear me?
You're not on speaker.
Katie, put her on the phone
Put the
right now, young lady.
You sure you want that?
Well, at the moment she might be angry now, so I don't know.
You hope she's angry?
Oh, good luck, because if I put you all on speaker, you get Brent and Jennifer.
Oh, Brent and Jennifer there? Hi, Brent and Jennifer.
Still can't hear you, bud.
Well, it's the thought that counts.
I don't know about that.
I know about that. Well, thank you for picking up, unlike some people who don't pick up their phones even though they're driving. But that's a poor excuse.
Okay.
I usually don't pick up my phone when I'm driving.
I usually do. I like it. It makes it more interesting when I'm driving.
Okay.
Driving gets
That's why you
boring.
weren't allowed to drive with Allie.
It's true. She would never let me drive. So how are you then?
Good.
Okay.
I mean-
What's your go-to Mexican restaurant food?
My go-to Mexican restaurant food?
Yeah, like if you're a Mexican restaurant, what's your go-to dish?
I like vaca frita.
Try real food, whatever Baca Frita is.
That's very real, my friend. It is citrus and vinegar soaked steak with onions sauteed into it and black beans and rice mixed in. It is phenomenal, and with a side of plantains.
Nice. Plantains are good.
Sounds good. Well, thank you for answering us, Katie. We gotta have you on the podcast sometime. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you for
Good
your
luck
time.
on the house.
Thank you for your service.
Oh my gosh.
All right. We love you. Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Later, Tater.
Well, that was the podcast, everybody.
That's my favorite way to say bye to people.
Later, Tater.
Yeah, later, Tater.
See, I really like whenever there's someone in my truck and I'm answering the phone, especially if it's someone that I don't know like that well, I'll answer the phone and I'll say yellow, because they always get a laugh because they're like, who is this guy? He says yellow. Is this like a 30-year-old man?
He says yellow? That's a color, not a greenie.
I'm talking about specifically, you called, I was driving the truck, this is before I bought it, and I had picked up Maddie, and we were going down to Caroline's house, and Katie called me, and I answered the phone, and I went, yellow, and then I just see Maddie just bust out laughing, because she was just like, why did you say yellow? What are you, an old man? That's what my dad says. It was funny.
Hey, Alexa, make the lights blue.
I like this purple. Purple is nice.
Yeah, I want to change
Oh wait,
it up.
is blue? Wait, is purple for that long?
Yeah.
It's
I
been
just got
purple.
so used to it
Yes.
Hold on, I'm gonna
It's,
change
it's
it back
the it's
to
the end of the.
normal. Alexa, turn on default.
that. Oh my
Oh
gosh!
God! Oh goodness!
What is this?
So
I feel like I'm
yellow
in a
here.
dirty motel now.
This is
It's
what's
so
normally set
dingy
to.
and yellow. Oh, Alexa, make it green, dear God.
Alexa, turn light to green.
Oh, that's better.
Oh my gosh! It does feel normal.
We're never making it normal or the playing line again.
Well, this podcast is unusable.
This is very unuseful and
Yep.
very long.
I'm gonna go take a nap.
I'm gonna go see my wife.
I'm gonna probably play Skyrim.
You're gonna take me to go see my wife.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna meet halfway.
All right.
Bye bye, everyone. We love you.
I'm getting out of here.
Later.